from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, October 6th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. Tonight, firefighters from the Freeland Fire Department are being honored for their hard work at two different house fires that happened last year. The firefighters are being recognized at the annual Spirit of Courage Awards in Allentown. WYLN's Gary Perna is live at Coca-Cola Park with more on tonight's program.
Live here in Allentown, where the Spirit of Courage Awards will be taking place. This is the 10th annual event put on by Lehigh Valley Health Network. Tonight, as you said, firefighters from Freeland and Valley Regional will be receiving Courage Awards for their work of bravery at two house fires in Freeland in 2014. Also tonight here at the Valley
to the United States years later, and it's an entire body workout. To get that sense of group exercise, a lot of people have a hard time committing to a program of exercise when you have a whole class. And say it's your first time, you come in, you bring a friend, it's a lot easier to take on that challenge of exercise.
Pink Week at the Wellness Center kicks off on Saturday, October 24th. Classes are $6 a piece, and you can reserve a spot by calling 570-501-6750. In Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. More news is headed your way only on WYLN. Len and Jim Thorpe stopped by two businesses owned by the McBride family. 33 years ago, Tom and Betty McBride opened the Treasure Shop at 44 Broadway. The Treasure Shop specializes in Irish imports and gifts made in the USA, all at great prices. In 1991, their daughter Peggy purchased the shop, and Tom and Betty bought the old jail museum. Learn about the Molly Maguires and see the mysterious handprint on the wall. The tours run every weekend in September and October, and in October there are special evening ghost tours. Be sure to stop by the Treasure Shop and the old jail museum.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
WYLN has an update on two major projects happening in the city of Hazleton. Our Gary Perna has more.
This morning, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce held a downtown committee meeting, and the downtown business leaders heard from Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi and the city's consulting engineer Donna McYanuzzi about work going on at the Center City Park and at the parking garage.
And we're really excited that by the end of the month, that particular project, at least again, phase one, will be happening, which includes changing the parking in the back of it, again, seeding and putting the grass in, bumping in, and some will actually be parking on two sides of Laurel Street at that particular junction from Broad to Spruce Alley, and hearing about that, and again, about the city Christmas tree being planted there. So we're really excited, and it looks like it will work, that for the Christmas tree lighting for the city for 2015, that space, its new home, will be ready to go.
Malone said the park is not only important to businesses in the downtown, but also to the entire community.
Well, not only to the chamber and the downtown merchants, but again, a central location, central hub for the greater Hazleton area. And again, that green space. As you know, we've just completed our second summer of the farmers market over on that space with the regular programming that's been going on with First Fridays in the city. So again, gives us, and again, this is just phase one. So there are, in the downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress strategic plan that was just approved, again, there are more phases once the funding becomes available for that particular piece. With all the professional services, again, we've had some growth in retail services recently again in the downtown, so it really adds a nice element to have that green space and the central location.
As we've been reporting, the first phase of the project at the park will be done by the end of this year.
Yes, the mayor in his explanation today had talked about an archway being donated by some of our very talented local masons, some additional lighting, pathways, and all of that. So again, those are in future phases, but the money that was had for phase one is that green space, the changing of the aspects of the parking and things like that. And again, remember, there was two former buildings that were located there, so again, to make sure that the ground and all is ready for those future phases and plans as well.
Malone said having these meetings once a month is a way to bring the business community closer together and give them ideas to keep businesses going and going strong. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Coming up, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacic has details on our weather forecast.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
It always feels good to pull my own part. Saves a lot of money too.
I've never actually pulled it before, but I think it's time.
It's environmentally conscious, and it can be a lot of fun.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer who's up for an adventure, then come out to Harry's You Pull It. Pull your own quality recycled auto parts for up to 90% off the cost of buying new. Savings like that'll keep more money in the bank, which could lead to even greater fun. Harry's You Pull It. WeGotUsed.com.
Well, the clouds are on the increase across our area right now, but no precipitation falling. A little bit of a cool breeze, comfortable conditions, literally no humidity whatsoever. And like I said, we don't have to worry about any rain as we head through the rest of this evening and through the overnight hours. Onto the graphic for today, and overall not a bad day across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Temperature-wise, pretty nice for this time of year, although we woke up, again, there were some areas of fog across our area, and also we had to deal with some cool temperatures, but very quickly things warmed up quite nicely. Nothing to show you live. 35 Skycast Doppler. It is dry. We're in a 62 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. Winds averaging maybe about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That pretty much is about it. 67 now, Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport. 64 in Mount Pocono. 70 degrees, Wilkes-Barre, well, make it 70 now in Williamsport, and 70 degrees in State College. Up in the Wyoming Valley area from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman. Temperatures generally holding in the mid-upper 60s to near 70 degrees. So we got just some of those clouds on the increase across our area, but nothing falling from those clouds. We're not going to have to worry about any precipitation as we head through the overnight hours. And as we go into the daytime hours of our middle part of the week, Wednesday, things looking pretty nice. Don't have to worry about any precipitation. It will stay dry across our area. Looking at the numbers as we go through tonight, generally dropping down into the 50s. Tomorrow, some areas will be up into the 70s. Elsewhere, temperatures will be in the 60s, dropping down into the 40s as we head into tomorrow night and early Thursday morning. So overall, a nice looking day heading in our direction for our Wednesday. Thursday not looking bad. Next chance of rain won't get here until Friday. And then we'll have some showers to contend with. And then after those showers, it does get a little bit cooler as we head into the weekend and early next week. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the pick 265, the pick 3 283, and a pick 4 5716. Pick 5 numbers 56597, and treasure hunt numbers 1, 7, 12, 15, and 21. We'll be right back.
For one night only, October 8th at the Mohegan Sun Arena, we supply the tricks while you supply the treat for the whole family. It's Nancy Kerrigan's Halloween on Ice, presented by Mohegan Sun Pocono and Musselman's. Join Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan, U.S. National Champion Johnny Weir, World Champion Kurt Browning, U.S. National Champion Alyssa Sisney, and so many more, the greatest skaters in costume for this star-studded extravaganza. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster and at the Mohegan Sun Arena box office. So treat yourself now to this spooktacular celebration for the whole family.
Are you tired of your old car? Independence Toyota Scion in the Airport Beltway in Hazleton has an incredible spring savings deal for you. It's Chris Stash's Cash for Clunkers time. $3,000 minimum pre-owned trade-in allowance. Chris doesn't care if you push that old clunker in, pull that tired old clunker in, get it there any way you can, and trade it for a car that you'll love to drive. Over 80 pre-owned vehicles are available, all inspected, detailed, and ready to go. Independence Toyota Scion in Hazleton for exceptional service, the best selection of vehicles, and a minimum trade-in allowance of $3,000 for your clunker. Stop in and see Chris and his friendly team today.
midway through the high school football regular season, one newcomer and one big change at the top as we unveil our weekly high school football power rankings. Number 7, a pretty surprising newcomer, Mahanoy area. The Golden Bears vault into the rankings after a shutout of Anthracite League preseason favorite North Schuylkill. At North Schuylkill, Mahanoy definitely making noise in Class A. Berwick, number 6. Losers in consecutive weeks, but very capable of winning their 5 remaining regular season games. The Dogs should get a few playmakers back from injury this week for their matchup versus Wyoming area. Number 5, Blue Mountain with a nice response after losing to Lehighton by limiting the Marion offense to just 7 points and 113 yards on offense. This week, another Class A opponent with Mahanoy. Jim Thorpe at the 4 spot, a weak schedule so far, but they're doing all they can do, winning by an average margin of 29 points per game. 2 Class A opponents in a row could put them right where they were last year at 7-0 before losing the final 3. Number 3, Lake Lehman with an all-state offensive lineman, an all-conference running back, and an undefeated 5-0 start. The Black Knights played sloppy against Myers and still won by 21. They throw just 2.5 times a game, so teams know it's coming, but still can't stop the Lehman rushing attack. The next decision, very difficult, but we're moving Wyoming Valley West out of the top spot, and it's not that they did anything wrong. The Spartans with another convincing victory over a good Coughlin squad. Valley West with a great combination of physicality and skill play. It's just that Lehighton with the most impressive win of the season so far over Governor Mifflin in Week 5, and the Indians held the Mustangs to just 6 points. District 11 AAA always loaded, but Lehighton with a legit chance to advance to states. And the baseball playoffs are already here. Tonight, it's the Yankees hosting the Houston Astros in the winner-take-all American League wildcard game. Yankees manager Joe Girardi talks about his pitcher, Masahiro Tanaka, and the opponent, left-hander for the Astros, Dallas Keuchel, who has defeated the Yankees twice this year in 16 innings, no runs allowed. Girardi has words on both.
Well, I think he has the ability to mix pitches extremely well. He has a swing and miss, couple swing and miss pitches, and he loves to compete as well. And that makes me feel really good about him. He's really good. That's the bottom line. Obviously over the next month or so, or whenever it comes out, either he or David Price are going to be Cy Young. That's how good he is. So he presents a challenge for us. He has pitched very well against us.
8 o'clock tonight, the Cubs and Joe Madden take place in the NL wildcard game tomorrow. Stay tuned. Joe Garbacik is coming up next with a final look at the forecast.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen for quality products at a better price, the best yet now at your local SureSave supermarket.
For one night only, October 8th at the Mohegan Sun Arena, we supply the tricks while you supply the treat for the whole family. It's Nancy Kerrigan's Halloween on Ice, presented by Mohegan Sun Pocono and Musselman's. Join Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan, U.S. National Champion Johnny Weir, World Champion Kurt Browning, U.S. National Champion Alyssa Sisney, and so many more, the greatest skaters in costume for this star-studded extravaganza. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster and at the Mohegan Sun Arena box office. So treat yourself now to the spooktacular celebration for the whole family.
Hey, here's what we got the next couple of days. Things not looking too bad. Generally in the 60s, dry through Friday, but then as we go into our Friday, especially Thursday night and Friday, some showers overspreading our area. And then that is going to pave the way for a cooler weekend, but still not too bad. Generally in the 50s to near 60. And then early next week, temperatures should be back up into the early 60s, I should say. Lower 60s, and then some of those nighttime lows, generally 40s. We got some upper 30s to talk about as well, but at least we don't have to deal with any type of frost yet.
Don't say that word.
Yeah, I can't believe
that
you're saying
really
frost.
Quick.
It's October 6th.
Yeah, you know what? We got to get ready for it.
Let's talk about Friday night, though. Your graphic looks pretty mean
showers,
and heavy with
on
rain.
And off showers, so
well, that's
football
what you know what to
will
expect.
play through all kind of weather.
We'll get you that poncho.
Yeah, I
You've
needed
run-
it last week. I did not have one last week.
No?
I had some protection for the camera to keep the camera dry, nothing for myself.
Well, we got to keep all the future dry, I guess, before we have him out with another cold. I mean, it already made the loop, so.
Hazelton at Crestwood this Friday.
Big game.
Rivalry.
Make sure you stay tuned. It's here on WYLN. Have a good night, everyone.